When beauty comes with a price tag, everyone wants to feel among, including Precious. They say, cut your coat according to your size, but will Precious listen? Not every woman with a figure 8 got it naturally. Sometimes the price of looking perfect is far more than the money. And by the time you discover the cost, it's already too late. In Abuja, where every girl now wants to be a baddie, it is as if they all had secret meeting with their ancestors to empty their stomachs but never their makeup bags. Call them for food, they will say, I'm fasting. Call them for shopping, they will appear in 5 minutes flat. The street never sleeps and gossip travel faster than the wind. In one of these busy streets sat a girl's flat, home to 3 young women, Sharon, Loretta, and Precious. Precious was the quiet one, and by quiet, I don't just mean calm, I mean the one without the banging body. Sharon and Loretta had curves that made men queue like customers at fuel station. Life seems easy for them, or so Precious thought. One Friday night, the girls went out to a lounge. Different men fought to pay the bills for Sharon and Loretta. Precious, she sat quietly like a lonely cat in the corner, watching her friends glow under the club lights. Sometimes she even refused to follow them out. But that afternoon, everything changed. Precious forgot her wallet and rushed home to pick it. A shiny Range Rover was parked in the compound. Nothing new. Cars came and went for Sharon or Loretta. But as she reached for the door, she heard voices inside. Loretta's voice, "Oh, Precious, she can't fit in. She doesn't have what it takes." Sharon laughed. "Abeg, hardly we want not mistake her for a maid. Even living with her brings down our level." Right there at the door, Precious froze. Tears filled her eyes, but she held them back. This wasn't the first time she was reminded she didn't measure up. Even the landlord treated her differently. She had to pay a higher amount just to get that flat. That day, something changed inside her. She made up her mind she was going to get that body. But one question remained. Will her small hairdressing salon be enough to pay the price? Most nights, Precious would sit on the balcony, scrolling through Instagram. Her feed was a gallery of perfection. Influencers with flawless shapes, luxury trips to Dubai, champagnes on yachts, designer bags, glowing skins, and body that looked like fresh pounded fufu. She would scroll slowly, sigh and screenshot every picture that caught her eyes. Then, she would save them in a special folder on her phone. She called it My Dream. To Precious, life felt like a stage, and she was tired of playing the background character. She wanted to be the main character, the woman everyone admired, the one who made it. And to her, that meant one thing, a perfect body. Her new obsession was the Brazilian butt lift, a BBL that would give her hips like the models she idolized, like Loretta, like Sharon. She wanted to walk into a room and have necks turned like ceiling fans. But there was just one problem. The surgery cost millions, and Precious, after paying rent and salon expenses, her savings could barely buy her a decent wig. One sunny afternoon, while collecting her clothes from the drying line, something caught her eye. A small card lying on the ground. She picked it up and squinted at the words, Royal Credit Loans, fast cash, no collateral. She turned the card around. This must belong to one of the guests, she murmured. Then she paused and smiled. Opportunity comes but once, she whispered to herself. Maybe this is my turn. She copied the number from the card and dialed it immediately. A man answered with a deep voice. Hello, Royal Credit, how may we help you? Precious did not waste time. She explained her intention that she needed a loan urgently. The man listened quietly, then said in a calm tone, Come to Royal Hotel alone. The call ended. A message followed right after. with the address and a time. Precious stared at her phone, her heart raced with both fear and excitement. She didn't know it yet, but that single phone call was about to change her life forever. The next day, Precious dressed like she was collecting an award. Her makeup was flawless, her perfume loud enough to announce her arrival before she entered. She wanted to look like success, or at least the version of it she was chasing. Inside the hotel room sat a man in his 50s, Chief. His rich watch glistening and his belly spoke of power. He gestured toward a seat. Precious sat, crossed her leg and spoke boldly. "I need 10 million, she said. "I will pay you back in 6 months. Chief smiled slowly, tapping his ring against the table. 6 months, he repeated. "And what will you give me if you fail?" Precious swallowed hard, but she didn't flinch. "I won't fail." Chief leaned closer, his voice low. "If you do, your life will never be the same. Things will be reversed. Do we understand each other?" His hand rested on her lap. Her heart raced, but she kept her face calm. She nodded. He slid a paper toward her. She signed without reading twice. In her mind, she was already walking into a party. Heads turning, whispers following her every curve. She didn't see the shadow that had just stepped into her future. That night, Precious left the hotel room, clutching a bag contained 5 million in cash. The remaining balance was transferred into her account. She didn't tell Sharon or Loretta. "My results will tell them," she whispered to herself, smiling. With the money secured, she booked her surgery in a hospital in Lagos. As she packed her bags, she murmured, "When I come back, you girls won't recognize me." The clinic was clean, too clean. The nurse smiled politely, but her eyes looked tired, almost mechanical. "Forms, warning, signatures, minor risk," they said. "You will be fine," they assured her. Stared at herself in the mirror, at her straight waist, her small hips, the body she had decided to leave behind. "Are you sure?" the doctor asked. She nodded. "I've never been more sure." Surgery day felt like a long tunnel. A cold room, bright lights, a mask that smelled like rubber and meat. The last thing she saw was the clock. The last thing she heard was someone whispering, "She's brave." Then darkness. Pain woke her up like a snap. Pain that burned like fire stitched to her skin. She tried to move. The words screamed back. A foam pillow under her stomach. A compressor garment squeezing her like a second angry body. A nurse whispered softly, "Don't move too much, just breathe." The first 3 days were pure torture. Drained tube, stiff steps, and tears that surprised even her. Sometimes she thought of calling a relative, just in case things went wrong. But then she remembered who even cared about her. She clutched her phone to her chest. "Everything will be fine," she whispered. "Everything will be fine." By the second week, the swelling began to shift, shaping into curves. Her waist snatched, her hips full, her body transformed. The mirror showed a woman she almost didn't recognize. She smiled, raised her phone, and filmed a short clip. Just a smile and a slow tone. She didn't post it yet. "Let Lagos see it first," she said. When she finally returned home, Loretta and Sharon almost didn't recognize her. Their mouths hung open, and Precious stood by the door smiling like someone who had just come back from heaven with proof. But Sharon and Loretta pretended not to notice. Sometimes they even laughed behind her back, saying the shape is not balanced or her hips look funny. Precious didn't care. She had finally become who she wanted to be, and this time the mirror loved her back. That weekend, she posted her first soft live video. New hair, slow tone, short caption, "Be your own upgrade." Within 24 hours, her followers grew by 5,000. Comments flooded in, brand DMs followed. A hair brand offered her a small deal. A waist trainer company sent her free packages. A lounge on the island invited her for a hosted night. Precious bought a ring light, painted her salon blue and gold, and started filming daily. She learned her angles, she learned timing, she studied the girls who had made it and copied only their confidence. For the first time in her life, money and opportunity moved towards her. Not plenty, but steady. Everything was finally going well until Chief called. "Hello, Precious." His voice rolled through the phone, warm like eba but sharp like a knife. "How is my investment?" Before she could answer, he said, "I would like to see you. Same location, 5 p.m. Precious didn't understand why, but she went. When she arrived, Chief was waiting. The smile on his face didn't look friendly. He moved closer, his hand reaching for her new BBL waist. "What's the matter, Chief?" Precious said quietly. "I will pay you your money." Chief chuckled darkly. "I want to feel what I lent you my money for," he said. "You better let me, or you will regret it. If you agree to be mine, you won't have to pay back a thing. But if you don't, I will make your life miserable. Those brand deals of yours, they will vanish. I will expose you." Precious froze. Fear, shame, anger all mixed inside her chest. Not now. Not when she was finally rising. So she gave in. "Chief, just this one time," she whispered. That night went by quickly. The next morning, Precious returned home, silent, cold, but life outside went on. Her fame grew, her deals increased, brand contacted her, her salon became so popular she had to hire new workers. To the world, Precious was living the dream. But behind the glam, the visits to Chief never stopped. He called, texted, demanded. Every time it was the last, but Chief was never done. Soon, Precious couldn't even have her own relationship. Chief watched her every move. He owned her without saying it until one day, Precious decided it was enough. That morning, she went to the bank, withdrew every naira she owed him, plus interest. That evening, she arrived at the usual hotel. Chief smiled, spreading his arm to pull her close, but Precious stepped back. "Chief," she said firmly, "here is your money and your interest. Leave me alone. Our deal is done." She brought out her phone, secretly recording. Chief stared at her quietly, his face unreadable. Precious turned and walked out, her heart racing, believing she had finally taken her life back. But that peace didn't last long. One Saturday morning, her phone buzzed. A message from Chief. She opened it and froze. It was a video of her and Chief in the hotel room. The caption read, "Act funny, and I will post it to the world to see." Her hands trembled, her eyes widening in horror. Tears rolled down her cheek. She didn't know what to do, who to trust, or if Sharon and Loretta would mock her if she told them. She sat on her bed, clutching her phone, the same device that had brought her fame, now holding her biggest fear. Find out how the story continues in part 2. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below.